The saddest job in streaming. I was seeing some controversy about this. I guess DDG recently fired his cameraman and he's been going viral. A lot of people are giving him backlash. So I want to give my opinion on it. I'm not too familiar on what's going on, so I'm excited to kind of hear the backstory. So let's get right into it, man. Where you at, family?
Where you at, Berto?
Let's do the damn thing.
Many of the people who watch streamers, mainly IRL ones, don't really have the cameraman on their mind, and for good reason. They didn't come to watch them. But they are one of the most important components to making any IRL stream or YouTube video digestible. Even if the creator is doing it themselves, the camera work still has to be somewhat solid. Bad camera work leads to the situation DDG is in right now, where he's going off about former cameramen and wages. This all goes back to Streamer University 26. In front of over tens of thousands of viewers, DDG ended up using 3 different cameramen, one being Kai Cenat for a brief segment. This all started when his cameraman couldn't keep up with his running, with DDG's chat calling him fat for breathing so hard. He started crying and going off on him.
Really?
Wait!
Hey, bro, nah. I didn't know this happened. DDG's cameraman over here screaming, wait? And DDG didn't realize?
Wait! I heard that shit. I said it on last. What the f? Where's Ed? He quit, okay? He quit. And I ain't a quitter, and I'm not about to start streaming, bro. So stop that shit.
Is that the cameraman talking?
Okay? I be interacting with y'all in the community, trying to fuck with y'all. Y'all keep calling me fat. We need Ed. Stop breathing. I'm carrying 50 pounds of shit. We still have like 12 hours left of this.
I'll say this, bro. I feel bad for bro. It's sad that he's crying and shit. But my nigga, I'm gonna get more info before I say my 2 cents, my nigga, cause y'all may not like what I have to say, but let me get more information, bro.
It's 2026 and your skin still ain't fixed. Today's video is brought to you by Teach Hanley, one of the best and simplest ways to get your skin correct as a man. A lot of y'all be talking to me like, Berto, I don't get any girls and I don't know how to talk to any girls. Well, one of the first steps is making sure that your skin is clear, man, because first impressions are everything. And whether you want to believe it or not, the way you look, especially meeting somebody for the first time, is going to set the record straight. And Teach Hanley's level 1 system was going to have everything you're going to need to get you right. Each box comes with a daily face wash, some eye cream. This is for all y'all gamers or editors or content creators that are spending all day just looking at the computer screen. AM and PM moisturize to keep your skin hydrated when you're going throughout your day and before you go to sleep. Exfoliation scrub to get deep within your pores and eliminate all that dirt and grime that be building up throughout the day. And that super serum to keep your skin right and tight so you never have to fight. Ooh, I'm rapping. Click the link in my description and get started with Teach Hanley today. You're gonna get 40% off of your first order and a gift completely for free worth up to $20. Now let's get right back into the video. Thank you, Teach Hanley, again.
We got 12 hours left of this shit, bro. I'm thirsty. Oh.
Throughout the day, the chat would say that he's doing a bad job, and DDG told him to lock in so he can potentially be a millionaire like his old cameraman Johnny.
Nigga, lock in. Lock the f in. You know what happened to the last that complained?
What?
One of them became a millionaire and one of them quit. I know you don't want that for yourself.
Wait, that's 50-50. I'll take that.
Well,
I think this is a bit. The tears sounded serious for a second, but I think this might just be content, gang.
didn't lock in and had to get schooled on the basics of what to do after he ruined a potential clip.
Let me ask you this, and when you filming me, are you looking at me or are you looking at the camera? Me? Listen, that's all I need you to do, brother. Pay attention to me and just my eyes and my fingers. If I'm saying something and I'm pointing, that means I want you to look at that person. Yeah. If I look at them, look at them. Yeah. If I'm talking to somebody and they start talking, turn that bitch.
Nah, this gotta be embarrassing, especially after what happened earlier. You can obviously see DDG was pissed off, like content is everything to him. He basically lives and breathes content. This same cameraman would have to get schooled again by Kai Cenat, taking a camera out of his hand and teaching him what to do.
This a new cameraman. He got an ass.
Hey, bro. This the thing, though. You are, especially, like, I know some of y'all niggas don't like DDG, but I know a lot of y'all niggas love Kai Cenat. My nigga, you are working with some of the biggest content creators at the biggest streaming event. I'm not gonna lie, I'm on your ass too, bro. What the fuck you mean you recording the ground? What the fuck you mean I'm running from Suburb Baby, the most viral nigga at Streamer University, and you not catching the content? What the fuck you mean you turning over here looking at me with your eyes, but the camera that, you know, the viewers are looking at are over the way to the right? Like, nigga, I'm crashing out too. You know, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it, but I'm on your ass too, bro. Lock the fuck in, nigga. You got my stream on the ground and shit. I know it's heavy. I know it's hard, but I'm paying you. And we gonna get into that conversation. But let's get a little more context.
For real. You want me to record for you? No.
Can I see that backpack real quick? Let me see the backpack. Can I see it? Then we look at the camera. Because sometimes I can tell and we not looking at the camera. So it's like, conversation happening, we gotta make sure to panic. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You feel me? Just like that.
Kai did him dirty putting the camera on him though. He looks so fed up. So fed up.
Damn, bro. Cameraman. Kai did do him dirty being the camera. You might need to stick to music videos. Because there's different types of cameramen. You know what I'm saying? If you doing a music video, you don't got to be moving around as much. You know, you can take a break. It's on and off. But like a live stream cameraman, you got to be active though, my nigga. You got to be able to hit the sprints. You got to have some good reaction time. You might just need to stick to music videos, gang. It don't mean you a bad cameraman. It just means you're not a good IRL cameraman, my nigga.
That he quit after working less than a week for DDG. Bendadon and Dub would laugh at him and tell DDG to bring his last.
Is that DJ Khaled's twin? Oh my god.
Cameraman Ed back because he started streaming himself.
Leave a message because the person you called has a voicemail.
Blocking is over.
I'm sorry, you can't leave a message.
This nigga blocked him?
Oh yeah, you done. He done, boy. I been knew he didn't like you though. Hey, what you think with that AK? You know that nigga, I caught him over there by himself arguing with DD Chat in the speaker. And he was talking back to him. He's like, y'all shut the fuck up. And y'all called me fat.
Damn, so that wasn't a bit. This nigga's community was really on their ass. YouTube, like that stream, bro. I need to get to 80 likes. I need to see it.
No, and I was like, why is he doing that? And then at that point, I knew he was like, man, I'm straight on this shit. Yeah, you see, Ed just sparked up about 40 people in there. He said, man, I don't give a fuck. You better go get your nigga back. That's all
After this cameraman quit, DDG got a replacement, one I'm guessing that lasted until recently, where he had to teach him what to do on stream as well.
Who is David? That nigga named David.
Hey, DDG not fucking playing, bro.
He was laughing, but I'm sure it gets annoying after a while telling someone what to do, but I'm sure you already gave them the rundown already. Now, the cameraman that quit whose name is Moda Media, will make a video discussing why he quit, saying that the work conditions weren't the best, speaking on the hot weather, bad Wi-Fi connection, and the fact that he got a lot of negativity.
But start off, Streaming University sucked. It was 92, 94 degree weather, humid as and the campus was huge, way bigger than last year. On top of that, Streaming University had crappy service, terrible Wi-Fi, not just DDGs, but other talents. Streams would go down. At one
Man, I ain't trying to hear this, bro. This nigga sound like a bitch to me, bro. Because he's talking about DDGs, like that's not even a part of your job description. Tell me if I'm tripping, but that's not even a part of this nigga's job description. It's not the cameraman's job to know if the Wi-Fi is good or bad. If the Wi-Fi is good or bad, it's good or bad for everybody. Your job is to make sure niggas are in frame. So, and if I'm being honest, so him bringing up something that don't even got nothing to do with his job, it kind of sound like bullshit to me.
At one point, I couldn't reconnect back to the internet. I couldn't read the chat, and I couldn't send.
You don't need to read the chat. Why you need to read the chat?
Text messages myself. On top of the hot weather and the service, I was carrying 50 pounds of weight.
Now that is true. Now we just did an IRL stream and W Feek in the chat, and my nigga was like, bro, no, that backpack's heavy as fuck. You got the backpack, you got a big ass rig, you moving shit around. It is tough. I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I also know that you probably not doing it for free. You got paid. I'm sure to a degree they described what the hell what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of them things like, how you gonna get a job, go to work, and then complain about the job that you agreed to? You heard what was expected out of you. You see the situation you're going into. He gave you a price, whether it was overpaid, underpaid, nigga, he didn't force you to pull up. You agreed to show up to work. You know what I'm trying to say? So just as a man, it's like, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. And that's just kind of my POV, and that's kind of how I like to move in general. So while I can sympathize with the pros and cons, we could talk about that. That's fair. But it's like, my nigga, you still signed up. Get the job done. W Shazam with the sub, my nigga. The primer. W Shazam in the chat, my nigga. Appreciate you, bro.
Towards the 10-hour mark, I was dehydrated as fuck. My body started giving up on me. You know, when you're sweating so much and you're so dehydrated, you know, your shins give out, you get cramps. 13 hours in, I unintentionally started moving slow. 13 hours of just constantly holding the camera up like this. Camera operators are like at the bottom. You know, they treat us like at the bottom. Everything is our fault. I hear from a lot of other camera operators that I was talking to, they also cramped up. Body was giving out.
Well, this is the thing, bro. And I'm sorry if I'm pausing too much. Y'all let me know if I'm pausing too much. But at the same time, this is my reaction. So fuck. I think I'd imagine you watching this to hear my reaction. But like, again, it's one thing to be like, yo, Streaming University was tough. That was tiresome. It was definitely not an ideal situation. You know, I cramped. I did, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like this. I didn't love that. But at the end of the day, we pushed through and we got the job done. I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? I messed up a couple of times because it was hard, bro. I did my best. But you quit? You quit on a paid job. That shit sound like some bullshit to me.
Dehydration, you know, they needed to have a couple minutes to themselves to recharge, you know. All in all, you know, regardless of what may occur at Streaming University, it just didn't work out between me and him. It was mutual. No hard feelings. I got a lot of love for him and I hope it's mutual.
I'm sure he knew the type of job he was signing up for, seeing all these different streamers. Like, streams are chaotic, and the salary that he was getting made enough sense for him to take the job in the first place, so I'm sure he understood what he was getting himself into. He then speaks to any aspiring cameraman who wants to work with streamers, comparing it to working for the mafia.
Be prepared to treat it like the mafia. Nothing comes before the mafia. Nothing comes before the talent. Your family, your mental, physical health, errands, what you have have to do at the house. Talent comes first. You'll get a phone call at 1:30.
Bro, this is actually lame to me, bro. I'm sorry, gang. Cause it's like everything he's describing, it's like, what the fuck are you, like, what is your goal? Put it like this, bro. I don't know what the fuck DDG's about to say, and I'm curious, but if you, within yourself, woke up and said, I want to be a cameraman. Okay, boom. What type of cameraman do you want to be? I want to make movies. I want to do commercials. I want to, You decided I want to be an IRL streamer's cameraman. That's your goals and aspirations. Maybe you have bigger goals and aspirations. That's fine. But at where you are at this point in life, you said, I want to be an IRL streamer cameraman. My nigga, if I wanted to be an IRL streamer cameraman, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to go and do some research on what that looks like. Okay, boom. I Show Speed, one of the biggest streamers. He's traveling the world doing all this extra shit. I'm going to be thinking to myself, well, that probably means I'm going to be walking around long hours of the day, maneuvering, you know what I'm saying, making sure speed isn't shot, because he's the act, he's the content. My job is the cameraman. And let me say this, behind every great, content creator, artist, athlete, there is a team of people that are pouring into the quote unquote star to make sure it works. And without those key players, the star can't do what they need to do. So it's like, it's a team effort. And I would agree that it shouldn't be like, yo, fuck my cameraman. You shouldn't be treating your cameraman like shit. But when I hear you complaining like, oh, it comes before my family, it comes before this, my nigga, if you going to be a cameraman for Castanet and he's doing a 48-hour stream, Castanet is away from his family and whatever the fuck he got going on too. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like everybody that is involved in that project is involved in that project and supposed to be playing their part. And they're getting paid. It's not like you doing it for free. It's a completely different situation if you doing a favor. It's a completely different situation if you can tell me right now that DDG spitting in your face and being like, maybe it's a chill desktop stream, or maybe y'all switch to desktop. Maybe how niggas be going IRL, but then they come back to the room, switch to desktop and chill, and DDG's like, nah, nigga, you can't take no bathroom break, even though the camera's sitting on a tripod. You feel me? Like, okay, we can start getting into a situation where it's like, oh no, that's wrong, bro. Your cameraman can't take a bathroom break when everybody's clearly chilling. That's sick. Cameraman can't take a food break. If I had a cameraman and we were doing a 24-hour stream, I'd make sure we schedule it like, hey, bro, I know it's gonna be a long day, but let's try to schedule your lunch breaks, and so we have these segments where it's probably gonna be more chill, so you can go do what you need to do, recharge real quick, but it's gonna be a long day. You know what I'm saying? And if I had the money and motion that DDG has, I'm not gonna lie, probably what I would do is have two cameramen, and kind of swap them out so niggas could take breaks and shit. But that's a whole different conversation. This nigga's bitching, bro.
That they need you at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and you are obligated to, fulfill that. If you're gonna be a full-time camera operator, I suggest you have a strong program that goes well with physical, having a strong relationship with God or whoever you believe with spiritually. This job can really take a toll on you, especially when you're in the middle of the limelight with unintentionally. The haters and the trolls and the harassment can really get to your head, seriously. I'm grateful that, I have a strong connection with God. I have a good, loving family back at home.
This is 100% facts. Your whole life basically revolves around the streamer you work for and their hours. It's long hours some days, and based on what I've seen online, some cameramen don't even get a lot of breaks. It's just the nature of the job. After hearing these comments and comments from Ed, DDG will go on a rant on stream saying that no cameraman will ever make close to as much or more money than a streamer that they're filming, comparing them to McDonald's workers and saying the benefits of connection/traveling with him is worth more than the salary itself.
Niggas will indirectly try to diss working for me, but niggas was so excited. Like, that shit be blowing me, bro. Like, you don't know how much cameraman's paid. Tell him how much he was paid at this point, bro. Like, I don't give a No, let me put this in y'all brain. No cameraman will ever make as much money as the nigga they're filming. When a McDonald's nigga, a nigga that's working at McDonald's, Checkers, In-N-Out, when they making them burgers, you think they think in their head, damn, bro, I don't want to make these burgers no more because the nigga that owned In-N-Out, the nigga that worked hard as to get to this point in his life to make this much money is making more than me. It's not fair. Oh, I made 20 burgers today. I need more money. No, not what it is. Y'all trying to diss niggas, but it's like, y'all understand, bro. Like, niggas that work for me, bro, as a cameraman, you live a beautiful life. You travel the world, you meet the coolest people in the world. Like, every nigga that ever worked for me will tell you that. You can't say that you...
I'll say this. I think DDG's kind of giving a harsh take here, but if you can look past, you know, the wording and comparing it to McDonald's, it's like, bro, based off the didn't the last nigga, there was the first nigga that DDG, that was working for DDG, he went and made a successful ass streaming career after being DDG's cameraman. So that's one. He did get exposure. Then there was the second cameraman that was DDG's cameraman. It looked like he's having a semi-decent camera career, streaming career too. And it's kind of like, this is the thing, bro. There's two ways to look at it. I'm sure there's some frustration on DDG's end where it's like, fuck, I keep getting cameramen and these niggas keep benefiting to the point where it's like they go move on and do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, that's just is what it is. If I hire somebody to do a job and they're doing the job so well that my community starts to fuck with them, and then boom, them within themselves, they're like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I feel like I'm slowly starting to fall in love with this streaming shit. I think I want to be a streamer, do my own thing. As frustrating as that could be, it is what it is. I'm just gonna let the nigga do what he wants because I can't control nobody unless we had like a contractual obligation. But even then, it's kind of like, I don't want to work with nobody that don't want to work with me. So the moment that it seemed like the energy's not there and your mind is in another place and you're not giving my project your 100%, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. So I am understanding the frustration, but at the same time, if you say you want to be a cameraman, bro, and you signed up for the job, it's like, bro, what is there to complain about? You read the job description. You saw the job description. The only thing where I could give criticism, which we don't really know for real, is if DDG was flat out disrespecting this man to his face. Yo, bro, you a bitch because you my cameraman. Shut the fuck up and record. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking to him like he's under you as a human being. If that's what's going on, then that's where it's like, nah, DDG, you tripping. But it doesn't seem like that's what's happening. Even we just watched the cameraman's clip and he's kind of like talking like, it's all love, man. Mad respect for DDG. So it's like, all the hate y'all want to give DDG, bro, the man himself didn't have those words for DDG. So I feel like now at this point, we got to call a spade a spade. Niggas is just bitching. Niggas is just tripping.
You don't. Just because you ain't getting paid $100,000 or whatever the niggas expecting, that don't mean a nigga ain't spending damn near that much. Flying niggas across the world, putting niggas in the nice hotels, Airbnbs, feeding niggas. Boy, I'm a great boss. I feed my cameraman, y'all. All this shit online where we be joking and shit like cameraman don't eat. If nigga, we go to Steak 48, you think I'm gonna tell my cameraman to go to In-N-Out? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, bro. DDG's not tripping, bro. I think obviously he could be delivering it better. He could be speaking in a nice voice that's gonna make everybody happy. But if you really listen to what he's saying, I don't think he's tripping here, bro. Y'all niggas be wanting fucking. Y'all want to work. Y'all want to work a job and get paid hundreds of millions of dollars when the reality is the job description just isn't worth that. Let's play devil's advocate for a second. Any of y'all, some of y'all want to be aspiring content creators. I'm not saying you should underpay your cameraman or your crew. That's not what I'm saying at all. But at the end of the day, it's a business, bro. You think if I make $10 off of my YouTube video, I'm supposed to pay my editor $10? Is that what y'all think? Is that the logic that we're gonna go with? I make $10 off a YouTube video, I'm supposed to pay the editor $10. Even though the YouTube video is my idea, I sat down and I recorded it. I might have had to go, I still have to find a thumbnail and a title. I still got to go figure that out. Maybe I have a thumbnail artist that I have to pay. Maybe I have a creative director that I have to pay. There's all these different things that come into the play. But, oh nah, because the editor wants to get paid more, I'm supposed to just give all the money to the editor. How am I supposed to make money? How am I supposed to eat? Again, there's a way to make things fair, gang. There's a way to make things fair. It's like, I'm not saying you should underpay the nigga. I'm not saying we should pay the nigga 50 cents. But just because you touch the project and you're a piece of the puzzle don't mean you get the entire puzzle. And if you think that way, then go do it yourself. If you think that you are a better content creator and you better than the program, then make your own program. That's the real. That's the real. If you think you're bigger than the program, better than the program, go make your own program. And I'm not even saying that sarcastically. I hope it works for you. I hope your program is bigger than the program you were working for. I mean, shit, it's just a stepping stone. We all was working a job we didn't necessarily like at a certain point and had to stack our chicken and then eventually do what we want. Invest in yourself.
Get a Wagyu, f it. I'm rich as hell. I'm not finna go above and beyond paying them off just because I'm making more money. It makes no sense. This is a business. That's not how businesses work. Just because you're an individual doesn't mean that I don't operate like a business.
Now, I see a lot of comments saying 2 to 3K a month when the rate that DDG was paying them was not disclosed at all. People are just running with a narrative from Twitter pages and comment bots. I agree with what DDG said as far as how much cameramen make relative to the streamer that they work with. People just don't like the analogy he used on top of the fake $3,000 number. No cameraman is ever gonna make as much as the talent that they film. Streamers are always gonna be the main character of their platform. That's just a no-brainer. The dumbest comment I saw was someone saying DDG can spend $300,000 on a car or some chrome hearts, but can tell me what I'm not worth. And to that I'll say, what he's spending his money on has nothing to do with what you make as a cameraman. That could be from music or some other venture that he made money from. And according to the Capaholics page on Twitter, who I think is a mod in DDG's chat, both his cameramen got about 5 figures per month at minimum, adding up to 100K plus per year. That does not—
That's good money. The fuck?
Not sound like slave wages to me. To prevent any potential problems in the future with people wanting to get paid their worth, instead of negotiating a set salary, it should be a percentage of revenue made per stream in whatever way you want to calculate it or split it. Just pay people based on the time that they put the work in. DDG also says the job of a cameraman is easy, saying that these cameramen complain too much.
It's not the craziest job in the world. It's fucking simple. Hold the camera, make sure the battery's charged, travel the world, go out to the club with a nigga. We at the club, we see, you know, I'm a cool nigga. I'm not saying gotta go home. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we good. Like, this is what I tell every nigga that work for me. If you're tired, I'm 20 times more tired. I can't leave the camera. You hold it. You can zone out. As long as you get the angles, I don't give a f if you texting on your phone or not. I don't give a f what you doing. As long as you getting the angles, nigga, you could be f***ing your girl. Nigga. As long as you get the angles, it's cool. I'm not tripping.
On me though. On me though. Again, I'm sure your arms are tired, my nigga, but if this is what you want to do, you gonna get used to this shit. Go ahead, shoot your shot, my nigga. You ain't mic'd up. Fuck.
I don't give a f what you do. It's an easy job. You talking about it's hot. Duh, nigga, it's summertime. Too much complaining, not enough angles.
The part about the job being easy varies from job to job, but it's definitely not manual labor, I'll tell you that. As far as the point about connections, traveling, food, and lodging being paid on top of the normal rate, I think that's 100% reasonable. I honestly don't think that's a bad deal at all. Whatever experience and relationships built from working around DDG will go a long way. And based on what Dub said on stream one time, I think his last cameraman, Ed, felt like he could have got way more just to fund his other ventures. And that's one of the reasons why he left.
You know, because you talk about how much cameramen start getting paid, then he's like, oh,
Get paid that much, they start asking for raises.
That's why Ed quit.
Yeah. How much for DDG paying?
Enough. And it wasn't enough, I guess, for him.
Throughout his online career, I'm sure DDG has had plenty of cameramen.
See, this was the nigga that I'm pretty sure that made it big off being DDG's cameraman, and this nigga is probably making anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a month now as a streamer. But again, he got the motion from being DDG's cameraman.
But none stood out like Johnny and Ed. That's why they're mentioned so much. Johnny worked with DDG for a short time, but they got really close, even being featured in some
a month. Yes, a month
of DDG's storylines. Sometime last year, he quit to pursue streaming, where he made over $500,000.
I'm about to quit, bro. I'm about to become a cameraman. Why the fuck? Shit. I'm about to just become a cameraman. What the fuck am I doing? That's this shit. DDG! Where you at, DDG? Let me apply, my nigga. Let's be clear, too. This isn't a month. 41 days, $500,000. Yeah, bro, shut the fuck up with all that bitching and moaning. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. This is crazy.
$1,000 in his first month, and is still pretty successful today.
Ain't no cameraman, bro. Ain't no pre-cameraman is making more money than Johnny. Johnny's the richest cameraman turned streamer there is.
Ed, on the other hand, worked on and off for DDG before eventually quitting recently to pursue clothing design and streaming. Like I mentioned earlier, both were paid pretty well. However, while streaming, Ed would constantly mention that the work that he was doing may not have been enough to fund his life outside of being a cameraman, and even mentions being an advocate for cameramen.
Depending how valuable you are will determine if you can even pass that or if you're just there. You might get benefits, you might get certain things, but when you work at any job, there's a maximum pay. When you go to college and you're figuring out what your passion is, you could go look up salary pay for the year for any job and it will tell you minimum, maximum.
And I appreciate this because you see the difference? It's kind of like he's just being real with himself. But the other one was bitching and moaning.
And at the end of the day, when I did this job, I think I've done it. I went through from beginning to end. I dropped out, I chased my dream, I did my job. I've experienced it. But is this pay going to take me to the point where I'm going to be able to do the things I love and dream about? Am I going to be able to retire my parents? Am I going to be able to level up my life and have a family of mine that I want to take care of them and have them live the life they want to live? I want to be an advocate for cameramen. I think that's a good direction to go into. You know, a lot of cameramen get, hey, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't eat food. Man, f you, bro. You know, people are joking about that shit. But like, number one, they're humans. And number two, there is actual laws, gang. These laws aren't being applied to these cameramen. As streamer, you got to, it's like, it's damn near like they've never played a team sport before. Like, you gotta show love to the lineman. You gotta show love to your center. In fucking paint, boxing out everybody trying to get the board every time, just stamina, running back and forth, doing the dirty work while you over here spotting up at the 3 line, waiting for your guard to pass you the ball so you can take a wide open 3 or pass the ball out while this guy's body on body fighting the next 6 foot fucking big man trying to get every board so you guys can get a second chance opportunity. Like, no, these cameramen need to be respected.
This may not mean Ed was underpaid like a slave or something, like most of the internet thinks, but probably not paid to his liking based on his personal goals. There's situations like these.
Let me say this too, though. And, you know, it's like, if you're doing a job, any job, cameraman, McDonald's, fucking desk job, assistant, whatever it is. If you are doing the job and you genuinely within your heart feel like you're being underpaid and you know you should be getting a raise or you can get a raise, by all means, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Press the boss, ask for a raise, see if you can, get that. But if they disagree and they're like, nah, man, this is the max I can pay you, I'm not willing to spend or do any more. Now, you just have a decision to make. Like, that's where I feel like the plot starts to get lost. Like, you can't get mad at a business owner that's running their business that says, nah, bro, that's the max of my budget. I'm not willing to spend any more. Whatever their reason is. You just have to respectfully make a decision at that point. Am I going to stay? Or do I feel like I'm worth more and I'm willing to walk away with no regrets? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to.
And there's situations like Lacey and his cameraman where he pays him about $20K per month and even gave him a $5,000 raise after seeing what other cameramen went through at Streamer U.
All these cameramen were holding cameras, holding probably 20 to 40 pounds of equipment in a backpack, and IRL walking around in 100-degree weather for 15 plus hours a day. And they also had, in my opinion, the worst sleeping and living conditions possible. Their beds literally looked like jail cells. Like they literally didn't have. So big shout out to all the cameramen that were there. None of Streamer U would be possible without the cameramen. Drew told me that on his phone he walked over 50 miles in the days we were at Streamer U, which means Drew walked over 2 marathons. So I don't know how that was because I was obviously rolling around, but big shout out to them and big shout out to Drew. I haven't told Drew this, but I'm going to be giving Drew $5,000 extra for cameramaning at Streamer U.
This whole thing just makes me think like I would never want to be a cameraman for a streamer, bro. It's long hours carrying heavy equipment. Sometimes you don't eat or take breaks for long stretches of time, and you're following around a person doing random stuff for hours. Yeah, you get paid, but I can see why some cameramen want to pursue other things. Imagine a streamer like Rakai or Dean the Great's cameraman where they're just doing the wildest stuff on stream and you got to keep up for 8 to 15 hours at a time. And another component I ain't even mentioned is the streamer ego, and yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Some people are just meant to help push someone else's movement. You gotta be really passionate about this to do this, man. But let me know what you think about this.
Yeah, I think W video, again, I'm not advocating for anybody to, do things or work in conditions that you don't feel comfortable. But like I said, if you don't feel comfortable and you feel like you're worth more and you feel like you can get paid more, then you got a choice to make, bro. And you just got to stand on it with no regrets. I respect everybody. Everybody on my team, that's one thing that could never come out on me is Berto underpaid or didn't respect so and so. I pay on time, I check in, I make sure they good. I like to get personal. I be telling my I don't really have cameramen like that, but like my editors and shit, hey bro, I'm passionate about my content. I'm passionate about everything I do. So you can call me at any time. I don't give a fuck if it's fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. If you got an issue, you know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Let's figure it out because I want to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's all it is. It's a communication thing and leaving the ego at the door. I feel like if you can get that as a content creator and as a, editor, cameraman, whatever it is, role player on the team, I feel like a lot of these problems go out the door. But that ego is what be messing a lot of shit up. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. Where you at, family?